Rodley, you know, as a congregation, we've been kind of wrestling, brooding over this line from Jesus. And he says, as the Father sent me. It's rather dramatic. Doesn't appear anywhere else in Scripture. As the Father sent me, I'm sending you. And here you are. You oversee Grow Groups, this huge piece for our discipleship. Evangelism, of course, which is about mission. Go, 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 go. But social media, you're kind of an aficionado when it comes to social media. And I've watched you over the years. You've developed an expertise as you have immersed. What's the big deal about social media?
You know, I think one of the biggest deals about social media, Pastor Dwight, is that that's where everybody is. So if we really want to be missionaries, we need to be, first of all, where the people are, and they're all just sitting there on social media.
This pandemic has done a number on the populace on social media globally.
Yep.
Read those numbers to us. This is dynamite.
Forbes.com, they found that during the lockdown, that internet usage increased by 70%, for example. BusinessToday.com, they found that just in social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, usage increased by 87%. And I found this one to be really fascinating. Netflix, they had their best year in history, right? Like record-breaking year. And yet, this was at a time in which they got rid of their free trials and they increased their price.
Big business model for that company.
Yeah, it's working.
So that's where the people are.
Absolutely.
Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man.
Yep.
If Jesus were here, let's just think about Jesus. In the pandemic, so he's the incarnated one, and he's here in our midst, would he be on social media? And if he were, how would he be connecting with people?
Yeah, he would absolutely be on social media because Jesus was a lover of people and he wanted to communicate with them and impact them. So, you know, a lot of people think that being a digital missionary, Pastor Dwight, has to be some kind of, you know, really complicated thing, when the truth is that it's simple. It's sharing what you know, but in this online platform, so it doesn't have to be complicated.
The technology is not complicated either?
If you can access your email, you can access any social media property. You can get on Facebook. So, I mean, Facebook has the kind of saturation right now where, you know, all of our grandmas and great-grandmas are on there now. So it's definitely easy.
So this idea of a very simple message, boy, if we could just get this to the whole world, wouldn't that be wonderful? The maker of all things loves and wants me.
Yes.
This is not rocket science. If I sense the burden of Jesus, the Spirit, hey, you need to be doing something. Come on, use your fingers. Be a missionary for me.
Absolutely. A lot of people are taking kind of a next step with Facebook Live and YouTube, and they're saying, you know what? I'm actually going to preach messages or give Bible studies. So they're kind of being even a little bit more aggressive evangelistically. Do what comes naturally to you as a lover and a disciple of Jesus, and just take a step out and share in that world of yours, that social media world of yours, your love of Jesus.
Let me be a naysayer for a moment.
Sure.
Regarding social media. You know, the Canadian philosopher, social scientist, Marshall McLuhan, remember, the medium is the message. He says, hey, it's not the message, it's how the message got delivered. And the deal with social media, can it trivialize the message? Can it just turn it into these little little tweets, just little sound bites, and suddenly you got this fractured, there's no continuity. And if that's true because you're not in your head, what's the how do you offset that?
I think that's why it matters how you're sharing, right? So if I'm just being silly myself 24/7, then that doesn't give a lot of credence to then the gospel message itself. That doesn't mean that I can't be myself in social media. And some of the social media properties are kind of, they lean a little more in the direction of silly a little bit. TikTok is known the most for silly dance videos. But yet there's a lot of people doing serious evangelism on there.
So somebody comes to you, a newbie. Just give us a little feel for how I could plunge into this. There are people out there saying, maybe I could do this too. You mentioned great-grandmothers. Well, if they can do it, I can do it.
Some people are geared a little more intellectually based, perhaps, maybe that's the right word, where they just want to read stuff. If that's you, if you're a reader, go on Twitter, right? If you're a person that's very visual and you like sharing pictures, how about Instagram? That'd be a great one for you. And Facebook, of course, is kind of a little bit of everything. It really just kind of depends What feels more naturally to you?
Rodley, thank you for carrying social media on your heart. I mean, you're just a believer. You love Jesus, and you love people. And that just is a great combination, and we love you back.
Thank you.
So God bless you.